Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Sportiest stream. It has been a couple days. I've been gone, but I'm back now, and we've got one match tonight. The Evolution Championship Series does return to this stream, and for the first time ever, we get to see the Urban League, the lowest division here, and the newest one, the only new division coming in this season. This one is full of the best teams, Diamond 1 through Diamond 3. A pretty small division overall, but one that is definitely going to be packing quite a punch, because that means for a lot of these teams, they're playing each other twice. This is one such matchup that will be seen twice. Starting here in week 3, they'll see each other, I think later. Oh, they're actually going to see each other once. They're not one of the teams that's going to be seeing each other twice in this tournament. So they're actually seeing each other once, but it's full of some of the top teams here. On one side, the Kansas City Blades. On the other side is RC Basketcase, part of RC Esports that we've seen on the stream a ton in the past. This is their best of the Diamond rank. They actually have multiple teams in this one. They have Basketcase, Speed Stars as their two teams here. Speed Stars currently are 0-2, but Basketcase are 2-0. They have not lost yet. Their wins over the Speed Stars, as I mentioned already, and the Hydra Divine Council, part of Hydra Divine Council, is their org. So a solid overall two rosters they have to face off against. Obviously now they play against the Kansas City Blades, another org. This one actually pretty close as well, because that org actually is partnered with Cody of Team Ignition, who we've seen on the stream a ton in the past. So it's always good to see him here again. Although obviously not playing on this roster since he is GC1, so there's that. But again, a solid lineup overall here between all of these teams here, as we'll get Kansas City Blades, RC Basketcase in this lobby very, very soon for this series in just about 5 minutes from now. Again, it's the RC Basketcase side, who is one of two teams that are currently undefeated here in the Urban League, and 2-0. The other team that is 2-0 is the Gentlemen. The only roster I think that doesn't have an org behind them. Again, I'm excited to see this matchup. It's some really solid rosters as well. Again, to see some of the best of Diamond League. And for the Kansas City Blades, it's about trying to see if they can make some upsets here. Trying to take down, again, an undefeated side. Gotta play really well all 8 weeks of your season to give yourself, such a high ranking. Really, for these teams, it's about making sure you get the experience against your opponents, because that experience is going to matter going into the playoff bracket. Every team's guaranteed to play everybody else at least once. Obviously, these two, this is their one time that they get to meet each other here this season. Again, it's best of 5s here if you didn't already catch on, and part of the Evolution Championship Series, who actually appeared on the stream a lot recently. We seem to get to see the Evo Champ Series, but we're actually going to also get to see the end of the Royalty Series season tomorrow. I think, a exciting venture for all of us. And just everything set up here. Again, these teams will be joining in just a moment here. And we'll prepare for should be some incredible action. Again, we're going to get to see some incredible talent here from the Urban League tonight in this week 3 matchup. Again, I really, there's not much else I can say except we are just a few minutes away from starting. Get your votes in. Prediction poll is live. Kansas City Blades, RC Basketcase. Your vote matters. Get that vote in. Again, RC coming in. Oh, look, there they are. The Rocket Connection. Hello, RC. Again, one of many teams that is in the Rocket Connection organization, RC. Again, 2 in this division. There's many more in the other leagues. Manfield, I think, has a couple themselves. Yeah, they got Mythic, who I know is in that division, doing really well. Again, there's a ton of teams. They have RC Cars in there. Again, the RC has an org relatively one of the bigger orgs that's in this Evo Champ series. Hopefully we'll get to see how these teams do here tonight. Again, Kansas City Blades and on RC Basketcase. As I actually haven't even mentioned RC Basketcase, a team that we actually recognize. Just Dustin and Little Gigs were both on Happy Little Plats in the past in the West Champs. You'll remember them because back in like middle of 2023, if you somehow remember back then, they played against PMRLR, with that which was Villager's team at the point. Ishwa was on the Happy Little Plats. He is actually now Villager's teammate on Nebula Esports, so it's kind of fun to see a little bit shuffling. But yeah, even so, Just Dustin, Little Gigs, still teammates here. Obviously now with Shadow as their third, added on RC. Yeah, their season has been incredible so far. 2-0 record. They have not lost yet in either of their matches. But the Kansas City Blades will look to put a stop to that one here with their roster. Azon, Owen, and Blueberry all jumping in here tonight for this one. Again, we'll get this started in just a minute. Give us a little bit of time here as again get your votes in on who you think will take this best of 5. The Kansas City Blades, who will be on the blue, or RC Basketcase, who will represent the orange. Again, we're going to see how these teams are going, but it seems like they're actually pretty happy to just get right into this matchup. So it's, again, RC Basketcase, Kansas City Blades here. As, again, we're waiting here. We're having some issues. There might be some ping issues with these teams. So we'll get that sorted out in just a moment. I do apologize for all of you out there who want to see it as... Again, it seems like everybody's pretty happy though, so we'll get them in here. As let's get these teams in. Okay, we've confirmed everybody's good to go. So Kansas City Blades, RC Basketcase again. The Kansas City Blades on the blue, RC Basketcase on the orange. We haven't seen a lot of RC, but here in the Urban League, we'll get to see their best. Because again, Azanon, Owen, and Blueberry taking on Just Dustin, Little Gigs, and Shadow RL. Dustin already trying to get this thing started, and a little dribble down the field, and goal 1 for RC Basketcase. Just a straight shot off the kickoff, too. He wasted no time in getting that effort to the net. Kind of felt like it flew in slow motion, too. But it's RC Basketcase, the undefeated side, who will continue to look to keep their season that way. Setting themselves up for what would be an ultimate showdown against the Gentlemen, the only other team that is currently 2-0. Again, with this also being the only time these teams meet each other this season, they're not going to get any second effort. Some teams, we're gonna see face off against each other twice in a season. Not these two. These two are going to only see each other this one time. So, if you want all that experience you can know about your opponents in the playoffs, this is a match you really want to perform in, as Little Gigs almost getting a second one. Shadow's got an open chance, but that's off the post. The Kansas City Blades a little bit awkward right now. They'll go the other way. Quick break for Blueberry, and it is tied at 1. A quick turnaround here. Oh, whiffs there, but Little Gigs just sat too far back, and Blueberry will put that one in the back of the net. So the goals pour in for the other side as well. In the Kansas City Blades, the challengers, the RC Basketcase's stronghold in the Urban League. But RC already off the kickoff, looking for more. Little Gigs coming in with confidence. So does Just Dustin, the two teammates. Again, that were back on those Happy Little Plats back when we saw them play 2v2s together. Along with Bishwa, who and not on this roster any longer, but again, that team chemistry for these two should definitely prove to help them here, as Just Dustin will not be able to catch Owen on that back wall as he'll make the touch, but info fast from Shadow. They'll Gigs off the crossbar. Just why, but I'm loving the confidence right now from RC Basketcase. Willing to challenge, they're willing to push, and they're willing to take chances, and you're not going to be successful in the Urban League if you don't take chances as a roster, if you're not willing to play a little bit risky. RC Basketcase definitely willing to push up a little bit higher right now than the Kansas City Blades, and they're gonna get rewarded for it. Lil Gags will put in a second for RC Basketcase. That first pass from Just Dustin, he was looking to set himself up for his own shot, but the touch got it behind him. Lil Gags, though, stepped up to the plate, and RC Basketcase, again, have shown that they're willing to do it, have shown they've been willing to play aggressive. And again, with a team full of confidence, goals are sure to come. Another chance. Aslan will block. Blueberry will go to the sidewall. RC Basketcase nearly taking a 2-goal lead. Now they've got to play a little bit more defense. Kansas City Blades have opportunities presenting. Blueberry! Oh, he's just taking that shot away from Owen. It was an open net for the captain, too. Blueberry taking what would have been a surefire chance. Now the other way. It's Shadow with the challenge. And RC Basketcase with insurance. Not even halfway through, but already RC Basketcase is continuing to play confidently, and this lead should excel that even further in this series. As the Blades have struggled to formulate anything, RC Basketcase has been a much better squad at being really willing and able to challenge, finding each other, and following it up. All the key skills you need to be a perfect team in the Urban League, and this team has it here. As Just Dustin. I get a solo play there. Shadow's gonna have the shot, though, and a bump on Azanon will secure it. Another one for RC, as the Rocket connection continuing to just pour on the pressure. And that bump from Just Dustin, I don't think it was really necessary to get that goal. I don't think Aslan would have had it anyways, but just for extra measures. Another one in for RC as this game, this series really, starting off a bit more one-sided than I think people expected to see, given the close rankings of these rosters. Coming into this week, the Kansas City Blades celebrated themselves as the current 4th seed in predictions to make it far in the playoffs. RC Basketcase, again, only just above them in the top 2. And an overall ranking that puts these two teams close to each other, so to start like this is quite surprising to me. But RC Basketcase is really proving that they don't want to just be in the top 2, they want to be the surefire number 1. What a way to do it than to show that consistently you take down everybody else. They're off to a good start here as Shadow will look for more offense. Only 1 goal this game. Will want to make it 2, but Blueberry will get the block there. Just Dustin. Only as far as Owen. This one going back. Double commit from RC, and no one connecting on it either. Asnon to the corner. Blueberry waiting in the midfield, but the flat pass won't come, and Lil Gags will get the block. The shot's not pouring on right now for the Kansas City Blades, and late in this game they need options, and they need opportunities. And here's one right now! Asnon just goes with a full head of steam, and that will work. Another one in, and the Kansas City Blades looking to mount a comeback. Still far away from it, still very, very hopeful, but any way they can get it done, they will be happy with. On our 4th seed, taking on what is considered our 2nd seed, at least based on the power rankings by the admins of the Evolution Champ Series. You'd think even after this week, RC Basketcase could make a really good claim for themselves to eventually take that number 1 seed, but obviously the gentleman still undefeated. A huge question, but Just Dustin answering them right now. A big double tap. And with 42 seconds remaining, RC Basketcase definitely still putting up their fight. And with such a lead, with proving that they can hold such a lead, again, they're making a very good claim for themselves. It's almost a 6th one. Again, Just Dustin. And again, lead his hat trick there. Shadow now looking to do it for the save for him, but blocked on the goal line as 2 commit for the Kansas City Blades. Dustin. This one, off the back wall, Lil Gags is there, and he'll have an open one. A 2nd goal for Lil Gags, a 6th for RC Basketcase. And this series has just started out perfectly for the Rocket connection. Only answering any doubts that people would have of this roster's capabilities. The Kansas City Blades, it just feels like it's a lack of organization. It really is costing them here. RC Basketcase, the reason they are playing so strong right now, it has nothing to do with mechanics, although they do have that. It has a lot to do with them being able to really reliably trust each other. You don't get that from the Kansas City Blades. It feels like the Blades are a little bit more disconjointed. They don't really have that same connection, yes, pun intended, as RC does. And, well, RC Basketcase will get off to a great start. Game 1 is theirs, as the Kansas City Blades will have a lot to answer for going into game number 2. For 1, again, we're just seeing the shot differential here. It is 20-5. Yeah, no, I don't think it needs to be explained. That was pretty dominant from RC Basketcase. Even as their defense had its issues, letting in 2 goals. They scored 6. They don't really need to worry all too much. Their shooting will be just fine. For KC Blades, though, they've got to get out of defense. This is a place you cannot be stuck in. Against a top team, you got to prove at least you can keep up with them. That game 1 was not that, and yeah, but knowing how good the SK side is, if they're consistent in this, which I think they are. I've seen that they have been. And Kansas City Blades, they've got to bring some pretty good offense themselves. And they've really got to bring a pretty good control. Overall, again, that roster, it just feels like their rotation is not on point. Without a solid rotation, you don't really have that foundation to be successful. So the pressure is on Kansas City Blades to create that themselves, to prove that they deserve to be at the top. Because right now, RC Basketcase is taking the lead. And again, keep that undefeated record here. The Kansas City Blades, having just come off a win in week 2, they'd love to start a winning streak for themselves after what was a tough week 1 loss. RC Basketcase already off to a good start. That's off the crossbar. Here comes Lil Gakes, and that one off the post and in. 18 seconds into the game. And a strange pinch. It completely catches Blueberry on the back foot. And for Lil Gakes, just a little bit of cleanup to make sure that one goes in the net. RC already off to a great start here in game 2. That great start will have to continue here as RC Basketcase going to keep their confidence going. As and on. Oh, doink there from Blueberry, but won't go near that net. And Owen's going to jump in, but dunked by just Dustin. RC Basketcase continue to keep up the pressure as Lil Gags off the sidewall. Owen chasing, but Lil Gags will be there, and RC Basketcase able to answer many mysteries the Blades have tried to put against them here, but that's a whiff. Still just Dustin there, but on no boost, he cannot challenge any further. As Azanon holding the midfield, but it goes to Lil Gags. Owen, full tank of boost, but it's off the sidewall. Dustin shooting on. Blueberry will get the block. As again, that Kansas City Blades side still struggling on following each other up. That touch in the midfield felt more out of panic than out of the idea of getting that ball out of defense, and they're still double committing here. As Owen bumps off, and now a double commit with Blueberry. Lil Gags sent in the midfield. His Shadow, on a backflip, just Dustin will not be able to challenge as he's got to play the defense. Going in for the block will be just Dustin. And again, for RC Basketcase, the one thing I did not like from them last game was their relatively defensive backline. It looks like they sit back a bit too late. They don't get as many saves because they're sitting back, because they're waiting for these chances to go on target. Defense may be the thing that we talk about, but it has to be up to question because, mind, if you want to be the best team in this league, you've got to be good at everything. You can't just have a good offense. You've got to have a good defense. You've got to have a strong midfield and a strong mentality. RC Basketcase has not proven that their defense has been worthy of that, but so far this game they've played a lot better. As another save made, Shadow keeping up with this one as a slow challenge. Now a double commit from KC Blades. Owen over just Dustin. Lil Gags, the last one to meet. But that one's over and Blueberry's open, and it's in. The Kansas City Blades will slice the defense up in pieces as Owen, just by himself, gets past everyone. And what was a one-sided game 1 has now led to a very much not one-sided game 2. RC Basketcase struggling a whole lot more to get their offense as a Great save there, Lil Gags. Just in time to block that one. Now he's got to get to this one, too. RC Basketcase. In there. Very far back line is starting to hurt them here. Starting to keep them too far back. They're struggling to get booster. Struggling to actually get challenges where they need to. Well, often they're relying on these heavy clears. And while it has worked so far, they want to have an even more successful game plan. That defense has got to be willing to push up, send people up a little higher. Because a lack of challenges will definitely come back to bite you later on in the season as these teams get better and better. As Azanon, Lil Gags, Owen already up for it. Just Dustin going for the boost there. He's left Owen with some free space here as Blueberry coming in. He goes straight to Shadow as a double commits, and look at RC Basketcase, 1-2-3. Well, that third player could not connect on the shot. This game staying tied, staying even. Oh, it's own goal! Oh my goodness, Azanon will be given credit. But that came out of nowhere. Just Dustin late on the challenge, and he's just dunked at Shadow to put the ball in the back of his own goal. An error late in game 2, but it may be all the Kansas City players need to keep this series close and to tie things up. But RC Basketcase the other way. That's off the crossbar. Just Dustin jumped early for that one, but won't get the read. And the Blades will look upfield again. Lil Gags. Owen. That touch, a back pass, but it's got his own net! Another own goal! What on earth has this game come to? Owen looking for the back pass to Azanon, but he went behind his teammates, and Azanon struggling to get back, won't make contact. And it is a return fire. The Kansas City Blades shoot themselves in the foot. We have seen own goals back and forth. This game once again tied as well as the final 60 seconds. Lil Gags! Bang! Oh, it's the top right corner. No time wasted. Lil Gags, the striker up above. Not even the Kansas City Blades will jump for that one. They knew that one's in the back of the net, and there's no hope for stopping it. RC Basketcase, a minute away from securing triple match point here against the Kansas City Blades. As Blueberry out for Owen. Blueberry again trying to jump up, looking for that infield pass, but will not connect. Just Dustin now. Around Azanon. Dustin, Owen, he's got that one away from him here, but he will not contribute for the RC Basketcase offense, and Kansas City Blades will clear it out as now Shadow getting bumped. Dustin will cut across for that one, but on no boost. It will be the Kansas City Blades who'll keep possession. Lil Gags doesn't have it. Neither does Shadow, but just Dustin again across the goal. And Acklear now, his touch, going slowly. Shadow to put it on. Oh, it's gone just high. Lil Gags to finish it off. That's high as well. And the Basketcase offense will go back again. They will retreat. Here's the Kansas City Blades, maybe one more chance, but that chance will come at 0 seconds, if at all. Dustin, the beat, it will hit the ground, and RC Basketcase survive game 2. One game away from sweeping the Kansas City Blades here. From taking series victory. Ready from what we have seen. It has been a great start for RC Basketcase. It's gotten closer, but able to make it count. They have not swept an opponent yet this season for the Kansas City Blades. They have not been swept yet this season. It has been a close series, at least here in Game 2. Game 1 obviously not being that way. These teams have a lot more series to go, and for what I know about this Urban League, it can definitely be close. You really can't define these teams by sweeps and such. It is how they do in their season. See Basketcase again trying to make a great argument for themselves here. Again, they're already off to a great start, a great position. Now all they need to do is just end off this match. Our only match tonight as well, RC Basketcase. One game away from ending it very, very quickly. A sweep could be possible here. RC Basketcase just need the win here on DFH Stadium. The Kansas City Blades, as I said, it's been close. They have not been a team that has been swept yet this season, and they'll look to try to keep this series as such, but that's not a good start here. Shadow was looking across, but that touch was high. Lil Gates won't be able to challenge. But already RC Basketcase infield passing, just Dustin off the post, but he made the players of Kansas City panic. You saw Owen there jumping and hitting his front head onto that post. The worries of the RC Basketcase offense here on the defense of the Kansas City Blades definitely showing itself here. As, oh my goodness, I just noticed this on the auction decal. That's a beautiful decal, by the way. I love the rainbow design, but he has not been off to a great start here as Lil Gags. That is another one in. Lil Gags has been a leader this series. And why not continue it here at the start of Game 3? RC Basketcase up by 1. As just Dustin looking to make another one here, as that early chance will be pinched wide. Now Lil Gags, another infield pass, this time to Shadow, but Blueberry will be there to cut it off. And NC Blades, oh look at this one, Blueberry trying to get the bumps there on just Dustin. Nearly missed on it too. It would have been a great chance to score had it connected. Again, you see the Kansas City Blades looking to make those adaptations, but their defense still struggling here as that shot nearly going in. Shadow had rolled that one off to the post. They've just been a little bit more accurate. That's the second goal for RC Basketcase, and you would struggle to see Kansas City Blades easily coming back from it. As another chance, Shadow again. Blueberry will that one away, and now the dunk on Lil Gags. Setting up the midfield, and wait a second, there is no midfield. Where on earth was RC Basketcase? Dustin went for boost, and he never looked the other direction, and that is a gift to Blueberry. The Kansas City Blades will say thank you very much. This game is tied. It's reminding me a lot of Game 2, where the Kansas City Blades continue to answer RC Basketcase. All you have to do is prove that they can continue it here as Owen off the kickoff. Lil Gags, the block, and RC Basketcase, they have struggled on the kickoffs here tonight, but they have made up for it with their defense off those kickoffs, being strong and being quick to action. I feel like it's only a matter of time before you see a goal go in from the Blades. That is from that kickoff spot, the only set piece in Rocket League. Oh, but that's not a good touch here. Shadow. Oh, it's not in yet. Oh, but now it is. Another own goal this series. That makes it 3 in total. This one a little bit less fault here on Azanon for putting in his own net. It's a tough save to say the very least. There's not much you can really do about it. As it is RC Basketcase will gladly take the 1-goal lead. Now all you need to do is hold it and potentially add more, but already Kansas City Blades looking to threaten it here with this offense. Azanon, just Dustin, having to deal with the threat of Owen behind him. Now Blueberry, off the corner, still Blueberry. Maybe some options in the midfield. This one dropping in front, just Dustin not there, and it's Azanon to put it in. Let's tie it again, this time at 2. And the Kansas City Blades will not give up in this series. The type of ferocity that comes from a team of their caliber. RC Basketcase would love to see the series end quickly, but can't seem to end quickly enough for them. As now the Blades again off the kickoff, another win. That one again so close to going in. And again, as I said, only a matter of time before Kansas City Blades get one in the back of the net off the kickoff. Oh my goodness, another own goal. That's 2 this game that the Kansas City Blades have put in their own nets. As the initial chance from Shadow, relatively easy stop there. But Blueberry, I don't know how on earth Blueberry put that in their own nets. And it's another own goal here that is costing the Kansas City Blades valuable leads and valuable opportunities. That contributed to their loss in Game 2. It may as well do the same in Game 3 as just Dustin splits the defense. And another one for the Rocket connection. This shot from Dustin just throws one on net, and it just works for him. It goes behind Owen, in front of Blueberry, and into the back of the net. Halfway through Game 3, RC Basketcase looking to be on top. Another kickoff loss here, but this time Dustin will be on the end of it, and he'll make sure they don't give up a chance here as Dustin to the back wall. Shadow can't shoot. Lil Gags there, an aggressive challenge on that challenge from Blueberry. Really would have been costly here for RC Basketcase, but Well, Giggs will be happy he won that one. He'll keep their offense going. Blueberry. Kept away by Shadow, who has been the relatively defensive player on the side of RC Basketcase. He's not been pushing up all that heavily on these offensive chances, but really the work of Shadow cannot be understated. And for RC Basketcase, I've always mentioned about their defense, the issues I've seen with it, but Shadow's been relatively consistent so far in preventing a lot more chances from the Kansas City Blades from being as deadly as they have been. Especially later on in the series, as they've gotten better and better at getting those chances on net. RC Basketcase, again, have to owe a lot to Shadow and the defense that he has provided. As we're heading into the final 90 seconds, Shadow has to continue to play that defense just a little bit longer here as Dustin. Just wide, but in comes Shadow. That one, not even close to where he was starting to challenge, and the Kansas City Blades will again just look to get this ball out, but Lil Giggs, he's got him on a back foot! And you knew as soon as they all committed to that corner for the Blades, it was going to go against them. Owen just could have loitered up there, and he wasn't paying attention to the fact that nobody was behind him. And the Rocket Connection Basketcase continuing to score, looking to make sure this game is done and over. Zazanon, nearly a third home goal for the Kansas City Blades in this game, and 4 overall in this series. Those own goals have contributed negatively to the Blades, and man, it's one of those what ifs. What if they didn't own goal 3 times this series? I feel like things would have definitely taken a change here for the Kansas City Blades, and maybe see them take a game or two. But you can't think about those what ifs, because that's not what happened here. They did own goal. Those own goals are one of a couple factors that have costed them this series. The record will go back to the negatives here at a 1-2 record. RC Basketcase, though, that undefeated run will continue, although another goal is given up here. Owen will throw one more in just for consolation, as a rare whiff from Shadow will give him the opportunity. The Kansas City Blades will take a goal when they can get one, but this series nearing its end. 16 seconds left, and for RC Basketcase, it just comes to a team that had a lot more chemistry and a lot more teamwork in them. As just Dustin will get his second of this game, and RC Basketcase just rubbing salt in the wounds of the Kansas City Blades. Again, it's an unfortunate run here for the Blades. It's the only time they'll get to meet RC Basketcase, and they did not look good against them. But it's going to give them a lot to work on for the rest of the series and the rest of this season. Basketcase is one of the top teams here. If you feel like there's any team that you could learn a lot from, it would be these guys. And, well, for the Blades, they've got a lot to look at it for. But for RC Basketcase, this is their victory. Their first 3-0 sweep of the season. Record in the season also advances to 3-0. As our only match tonight ends in a sweep. Great work here from RC Basketcase. And again, incredible performance here from the Rocket Connection. Undefeated side proving that they still are that top team, and again, competing with the Gentlemen. Got a match against them literally next week, so that's going to be a huge match for them, so this is a good result to go into that week. Doesn't get much more hype than this. And playing against the only other team that has not lost yet. 3-0 sweep here for RC Basketcase. Again, our only match tonight, and apologies that it was so short, but congratulations to RC. A great win for them. Was happy to get to see my first look at the Urban League this season. It has been a little bit, but I've definitely enjoyed. Thanks to the cast, of course, just Dustin. Congratulations on your win tonight. Again, a 3-0 sweep. Not much else to say, but congratulations. What a victory, and what a match we had here tonight for RC. Really, to come in with that kind of team chemistry, that's going to get you wins in the Urban League. Really, in any league. Not about the best players of the league, it's about having the players that work the best together. Obviously, RC Basketcase have that sort of connection. Again, pun intended there. here for their side, then it's gotta be something that they have to be able to utilize. It's not a short season, when you gotta be consistent in, but very, very well for themselves here in this season. Again, what a performance there, like, impressive result. Let's get a raid going here. Who is live? Let's go raid this person here. And let you all get to see some action again. Thank you all so much for joining the Spodia stream tonight here. Congratulations to RC Basketcase on their win. We'll be live again tomorrow. It's Road to Series semifinals. But for now, have a great night, everybody. Take care. See you all again very, very soon.